Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak with you about something foundational to our mobility, independence, and quality of life: our legs. Often overlooked until pain strikes or stamina fades, our legs are a remarkable early warning system, signaling declines in circulation, energy, and even hormonal balance. Our legs are more than just tools for movement. They are often the earliest indicators of how our body is functioning as a whole. When leg strength begins to decline, it can be a silent sign that important systems inside us are under stress. This happens because the legs carry a significant share of our body's daily workload. They support our weight, propel us forward, stabilize our posture, and act as the foundation for nearly every activity we do, from climbing stairs to simply standing in place. Because of this, any disruption in energy supply, circulation, nerve communication, or muscle integrity tends to show up in our legs first before affecting other parts of the body. One of the key reasons for early leg weakness is circulation. The muscles in our legs depend on a steady flow of oxygen, rich blood to function well. If blood vessels become narrowed, stiffened, or inflamed, that flow is compromised. This reduction in circulation means muscles don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need, leading to fatigue, heaviness, and slower recovery from activity. Over time, a person may notice that their walking pace decreases or they tire quickly during simple tasks. This change might seem small at first, but it can be a critical early warning sign of underlying cardiovascular strain. Another major factor is muscle loss, a process known as sarcopenia. From about the age of 30, adults begin to lose small amounts of muscle each year, but the rate accelerates in later decades. Since the legs contain some of the largest muscles in the body, the quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves, they are particularly vulnerable to noticeable declines in size and power. The less active we are, the faster this process occurs. The decline isn't just about strength, it's about stability, balance, and our ability to react quickly to prevent falls. When muscle loss goes unchecked, even short walks can feel exhausting, and stairs can become an intimidating challenge. Inflammation plays a subtle but powerful role as well. Chronic, low-grade inflammation, often fueled by poor diet, stress, lack of sleep, or hidden infections, can damage blood vessels, weaken connective tissues, and interfere with how muscles repair themselves after daily use. This ongoing damage might not cause immediate pain, but it gradually erodes leg function. The stiffness, soreness, and reduced flexibility that many people attribute to getting older can actually be traced back to inflammatory processes that could have been slowed or reversed through targeted lifestyle changes. Hormonal changes, especially those related to insulin, estrogen, testosterone, and growth hormone, also influence leg strength. For instance, insulin resistance can limit the body's ability to efficiently deliver energy to muscle cells. Lower levels of anabolic hormones reduce muscle protein synthesis, making it harder to rebuild muscle after activity. This hormonal shift often occurs silently, but its physical signs are frequently first noticed in the legs: decreased stamina, slower walking speed, or difficulty maintaining an active lifestyle. There's also the neurological connection to consider. Our brain and spinal cord communicate with leg muscles through an intricate network of nerves. Conditions like peripheral neuropathy or even subtle nerve compression can weaken signals to the legs, leading to coordination problems or reduced muscle responsiveness. This can happen well before symptoms appear in other parts of the body. The truth is that weakened legs are rarely an isolated issue. They are a reflection of overall health, a snapshot of how well the cardiovascular, muscular, endocrine, and nervous systems are working together. They can serve as an early warning sign for conditions like type 2 diabetes, peripheral artery disease, or even early frailty syndrome in older adults. If we listen to these signals early, we have a chance to address root causes before they lead to more serious health decline. Understanding that the legs weaken first is not about fear, it's about awareness. When you know that this part of your body acts like a built-in health alert system, you can make proactive changes sooner. That might mean adjusting your diet to improve circulation and reduce inflammation, increasing targeted exercise to rebuild muscle mass, or getting screenings to check cardiovascular and metabolic health. By paying attention to the first hints of weakness in your legs, you give yourself the opportunity to protect mobility, independence, and vitality for years to come. Food is more than just fuel. It is one of the most powerful tools we have to influence the health of our legs and the systems that keep them strong. Every bite we take sends chemical signals throughout the body, affecting circulation, inflammation, muscle repair, and energy production. When it comes to maintaining leg strength, two of the most important goals are to keep blood flowing freely and to calm chronic inflammation. Both of these processes can be supported directly by the right foods, and the effects can be surprisingly quick to notice once they become a consistent part of daily eating. Good circulation is essential for strong legs because the muscles there require a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients to contract, recover, and resist fatigue. Certain foods contain compounds that naturally improve the health of blood vessels. For example, foods high in nitrates like beets and leafy greens are converted by the body into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes the smooth muscles of blood vessels and allows them to widen. This dilation means more blood can flow through, delivering oxygen and fuel to muscles more efficiently. Improved circulation doesn't just help during exercise, it also reduces the feeling of heaviness, tingling, or cramping that can happen when the legs are undersupplied. Inflammation is another key factor that impacts leg health. While short bursts of inflammation are necessary for healing after an injury, chronic low-grade inflammation damages tissues over time. It can stiffen blood vessels, erode muscle fibers, and make recovery from even light activity slower and more uncomfortable. The foods we choose can either fan the flames of inflammation or help put them out. Anti-inflammatory foods rich in polyphenols, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants act like natural shields for our blood vessels and muscles. They reduce oxidative stress, a process that damages cells and accelerates aging, and they block inflammatory pathways that would otherwise wear down tissues. Omega-3 rich foods such as sardines, salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts are particularly effective in calming inflammation. These fatty acids integrate into cell membranes, improving flexibility and communication between cells while reducing the production of inflammatory molecules. This helps the muscles in the legs recover faster and function better. Polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and olive oil not only reduce inflammation but also protect the delicate lining of blood vessels, keeping circulation smooth and uninterrupted. Protein is another nutritional pillar for leg strength. Muscle tissue is constantly breaking down and rebuilding, and without enough protein, the rebuilding process suffers. Lean proteins from both plant and animal sources provide the amino acids needed to repair and grow muscle fibers. Lentils, eggs, fish, and legumes also come packaged with vitamins and minerals that support nerve health, bone density, and energy metabolism, all of which influence how the legs perform and feel. Minerals, too, play an underestimated role in leg strength. Magnesium, potassium, and calcium are crucial for muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and prevention of cramps. Magnesium in particular, found in foods like pumpkin seeds, spinach, and almonds, helps muscles relax after contraction, reducing tension and soreness. Without adequate minerals, the electrical signals between nerves and muscles can become irregular, leading to weakness or spasms. An often overlooked part of this food as medicine approach is how certain nutrients work together. For example, pairing vitamin C-rich foods with plant-based iron sources improves iron absorption, ensuring that red blood cells can carry enough oxygen to leg muscles. Combining healthy fats with leafy greens helps the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin K, which is essential for vascular health and proper blood clotting. These small, intentional combinations make the benefits of each food more powerful. The beauty of using food to support leg health is that it doesn't require drastic or uncomfortable changes. It's not about following extreme diets, but about consistently choosing ingredients that work with the body instead of against it. A lunch of lentil salad with leafy greens and olive oil, a snack of pumpkin seeds, or a dinner with roasted beets and grilled sardines can start shifting circulation and inflammation in the right direction. Even replacing processed snacks and sugary drinks with water, herbal teas, and whole foods can significantly improve how the legs feel over time. Ultimately, the idea that food is medicine becomes very tangible when you think about leg strength. Every nutrient has a role, whether it's opening blood vessels to increase oxygen delivery, soothing inflammation to protect tissues, feeding muscle fibers for repair, or ensuring nerve signals remain sharp and responsive. By focusing on foods that support circulation and fight inflammation, we are not just feeding our bodies, we are giving our legs the best possible environment to remain strong, resilient, and pain-free well into the future. When it comes to strengthening the legs quickly and effectively, not all foods are created equal. Certain foods stand out because of their unique combination of nutrients that work on multiple systems at once, improving blood flow, calming inflammation, feeding muscles, and supporting energy production. The 6 foods often highlighted for this purpose are beets, sardines, lentils, pumpkin seeds, leafy greens, and olive oil. Each one delivers targeted benefits for the legs, and together they create a powerful nutritional foundation for mobility and strength. Beets are a natural powerhouse for circulation. They contain high levels of dietary nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide. This molecule acts like a signal to blood vessels, telling them to relax and widen. When blood vessels dilate, more oxygen and nutrients can reach the working muscles in the legs. This can translate into better endurance, faster recovery after walking or exercise, and a lighter, more energized feeling in the lower limbs. Beets also carry antioxidants such as betalains, which reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, protecting both muscle tissue and blood vessels from gradual wear. Sardines bring an entirely different set of benefits. They are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which integrate into the membranes of muscle cells, improving flexibility and reducing inflammation. They also help maintain healthy triglyceride and cholesterol levels, supporting long-term cardiovascular health. Since the heart and blood vessels are the delivery system for oxygen and nutrients to the legs, keeping them in peak condition is essential. Sardines are also packed with high-quality protein, vitamin D, and calcium, all nutrients that protect bone density and muscle mass. This is especially important because strong bones provide a stable framework for powerful leg muscles. Lentils provide a plant-based protein source that comes with the added bonus of dietary fiber, iron, and folate. Protein is necessary to repair muscle fibers after daily activity, while fiber supports healthy digestion and stable blood sugar levels. Stable blood sugar means a steadier supply of energy to the muscles throughout the day, reducing the energy crashes that can leave the legs feeling heavy or tired. The iron in lentils is key for forming hemoglobin, the molecule in red blood cells that carries oxygen to the muscles. Without enough iron, even the best circulation can't deliver adequate oxygen, leading to fatigue and decreased leg performance. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium, a mineral vital for muscle contraction and relaxation. Without enough magnesium, muscles can cramp, spasm, or feel tense for extended periods. Magnesium also plays a role in converting food into usable energy at the cellular level, ensuring that the leg muscles have the fuel they need when called upon. Pumpkin seeds further provide zinc, which supports muscle repair and immune health, and plant-based omega-3s for additional anti-inflammatory effects. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and arugula combine many of the benefits found in the other foods. They provide nitrates for better circulation, magnesium for muscle relaxation, and a wide range of antioxidants to protect cells. Leafy greens also contain vitamin K, which is essential for healthy blood clotting and bone metabolism. Because they are low in calories but high in nutrient density, they can be eaten in large volumes, giving the body a constant stream of leg-supporting compounds without contributing to excess weight, a factor that can strain the knees and ankles. Olive oil serves as a versatile and powerful anti-inflammatory agent. Rich in monounsaturated fats and polyphenols, it helps maintain the flexibility of blood vessels while protecting them from oxidative damage. Olive oil also aids in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, ensuring that the body makes full use of the nutrients in vegetables and other foods. Used daily, it can subtly improve joint comfort, vascular health, and overall energy levels in the legs. These 6 foods work synergistically. The nitrates in beets and greens open the vascular highways. The omega-3s in sardines reduce inflammation and improve cell function. The proteins in sardines and lentils rebuild muscle tissue. The minerals in pumpkin seeds keep muscles firing smoothly. The antioxidants in greens and olive oil shield the tissues from damage. Together, they create a supportive environment where leg muscles can operate at their best. Incorporating them into a daily routine is surprisingly easy. A breakfast smoothie could include spinach and a drizzle of olive oil for better nutrient absorption. Lunch might be a lentil and beet salad topped with pumpkin seeds for crunch and minerals. Dinner could feature grilled sardines alongside leafy greens dressed in olive oil. These meals are not only practical but also enjoyable, offering flavors and textures that make the plan sustainable for the long term. The beauty of focusing on these 6 foods is that they address the root causes of leg weakness from multiple angles: blood flow, inflammation, nutrient supply, muscle repair, and bone strength, rather than just masking the symptoms. By consistently including them in the diet, you can set in motion a gradual but noticeable improvement in leg endurance, stability, and comfort, creating the foundation for a more active and independent life. One of the greatest strengths of these 6 leg-supporting foods is how easy they are to work into an ordinary routine. They do not require complicated recipes, expensive specialty products, or drastic changes in eating habits. The real secret lies in consistency, making sure these foods appear in your daily meals in ways that are enjoyable, convenient, and sustainable over time. When something is easy to do, it becomes a habit, and when it becomes a habit, it starts delivering long-term results for your legs and overall health. The first step is to think about what you already eat and how these foods can fit in naturally. For example, if you typically start your day with eggs or toast, you can add a side of sautéed leafy greens drizzled with olive oil, or even blend spinach or arugula into a morning smoothie along with some fruit. Beets can be roasted in batches once or twice a week and kept in the fridge to toss into salads, grain bowls, or sandwiches. This approach makes nutrient-rich foods just as quick to reach for as any prepackaged snack. Lentils are one of the most versatile and forgiving ingredients to work with. They cook faster than most beans and do not require overnight soaking. A pot of lentil soup or a batch of spiced lentils can be stored in the fridge for several days, ready to reheat as a main dish or to add bulk to salads. By seasoning them with herbs, garlic, or olive oil, you enhance flavor while also adding more antioxidants and healthy fats to the meal. Sardines, whether fresh or canned, are a surprisingly convenient protein source. Canned sardines can be eaten straight from the tin, added to a salad, or mashed with olive oil and lemon for a spread on whole grain toast. Their long shelf life makes them easy to keep on hand for days when cooking from scratch is not an option. For people who are hesitant about their flavor, pairing them with strong, fresh ingredients like tomatoes, onions, or mustard can make them more appealing while still delivering all their omega-3 and protein benefits. Pumpkin seeds are perhaps the easiest food on this list to incorporate daily. They require no preparation, store well, and can be eaten by the handful as a snack or sprinkled over oatmeal, yogurt, salads, or stir fries. Their magnesium and zinc content is not just helpful for muscles but also for sleep quality, and better rest is another factor in maintaining leg strength and recovery. Olive oil works best when it becomes your default cooking and dressing fat. Use extra virgin olive oil for salad dressings, drizzle it over steamed vegetables, or add it to soups just before serving to preserve its delicate polyphenols. It also pairs beautifully with beets, lentils, and leafy greens, not only improving flavor but enhancing the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin K, which supports vascular and bone health. The key to making these foods a habit is not to treat them as a rigid diet plan, but to weave them into familiar meals in enjoyable ways. Variety in preparation keeps flavors interesting. Beets can be roasted, boiled, or even grated raw into slaws. Greens can be eaten fresh in salads or lightly wilted in warm dishes. Lentils can be spiced differently depending on cuisine, from Mediterranean to Indian. This flexibility makes it more likely that you will stick with them long enough to see the benefits. Even small, regular doses of these foods make a difference over time. You do not have to eat all 6 every day, but having at least 2 or 3 of them in your daily rotation keeps your body supplied with circulation, boosting nitrates, inflammation, fighting omega-3s, muscle, repairing proteins, and bone strengthening minerals. Think of it like tending a garden. You do not have to water every plant every day, but keeping the soil consistently nourished ensures steady growth and resilience. Finally, it is important to remember that food works best when paired with an active lifestyle. Incorporating these foods into a day that includes walking, stretching, or light strength training creates a feedback loop. Improved nutrition enhances your ability to move, and increased movement helps your body use those nutrients more effectively. Over weeks and months, this combination leads to stronger legs, better balance, and a higher quality of life. By making these foods part of your everyday choices, you turn eating into a form of daily leg therapy, subtle, satisfying, and sustainable. It is not about a quick fix, but about building a foundation so solid that your legs remain strong and dependable for the years ahead. If you want, I can now merge all 4 expanded keynotes into a single flowing educational speech so it reads like a Dr. William Lai style presentation from start to finish that would make it fully polished.